Hey everybody, this is Michael out in Maui. Aloha. So if you've been enjoying all the contents that I've been putting out, I recommend subscribing to the channel. So let's talk a little bit about throwing forehand. So throwing forehand is a great way to throw the disc and have it go to your right. Most of your backhands, go to the left, so you need a shot that's going to go to the right. Throwing forehand, I always recommend throwing overstable discs when throwing forehand. For some reason, when you throw forehand, it generates a lot more torque on the disc. So that disc will come right out of your hand, and if it's not overstable enough, it can actually flip the disc and have it fly to the left. Because of, like I said, for some reason when you throw forehand, it's easier to overpower the disc when it first comes out of your hands. So most people will throw an overstable disc throwing forehand because of this. So the main thing about throwing forehand is the first thing you realize, it doesn't utilize the body as it, as like throwing the backhand. When you're throwing backhand, it utilizes the whole body and your arm to throw the disc. That's why you can throw farther backhand than forehand. Forehand is more just your arm and your fingers. Your fingers throw the disc. The faster you can push with your fingers, the harder you're going to throw your disc. So that's all I practice. All I do is sit here on the field and throw and push with my fingers and just try to develop that. Because like I said, that's the throw, is pushing with your fingers. So I just recommend, just get some overstable discs. And where the disc goes doesn't matter, and the body form doesn't really matter. All you're trying to do is get the fingers to keep pushing the disc, harder and harder. So just, you grab the disc and then just step and throw, just right here. And all I care about is pushing with my fingers. So right here, just push. And you want to get to the point where you push as hard as you can, just with the fingers. So that's all you want to concentrate on. And then after a while, you'll start to develop, that push on the disc. Then, once you kind of start getting it down where you're pushing, now start bringing in the body. Take a good stance, bend your legs, and just stand here and hit it and unweight the back leg into the throw. But for developing the wrist, that's all I would worry about until you can pop it pretty good. As soon as you can get where you could pop this really good with your wrist, then start bringing in the body. But for the beginning, it's like I said, all that matters is this. So once again, it's just right here. Nice and easy, just push with the fingers as hard as you can here, palm up. Don't come in and roll that hand over, or else the disc is going to pitch down. It's just, everything's here, hand is below the elbow. You don't want the hand above the elbow, because you can see how it's going to make the disc turn left, because it's up higher than your elbow. So all your throws are here, hand below the elbow. That'll get it to come out flat and then turn to the right. Throwing forehand is a right turning shot. If you want to throw straight, you'd throw a backhand. Throwing forehand, just get that disc out there on that turn and turn it to the right. So anyways, this is Michael out in Maui. Aloha.